Hi, I'm Nikesh Shukla. I wrote a book called Meatspace. It's all about the internet. You're watching this on the internet. That's pretty meta. The first and last thing I do every day is see what strangers are saying about me. I pull the laptop closer from the other side of the bed and I press refresh on my inboxes. I have a Google Calendar alert telling me I have no event scheduled today. An assortment of Twitter and Facebook notifications alerting me to 7 new followers, a favourite of a tweet thanking someone for liking my book, and an invite to an event I'll never go to. Hayley Bancroft has sent me a direct message about an event we're both doing next week. Amazon recommends I buy the book I wrote. If, like me, you're an author who obsessively checks your Amazon sales ranking, the algorithm on Amazon will probably wonder why you haven't bought that book yet, and then it will email you asking you to buy that book. There's a rejection email from an agency I'd applied to do some freelance marketing copy for. I didn't want the job, but now I haven't got it, I feel annoyed and hurt. I think about tweeting, "We'll write copy for food," but decide against it. There's an email from my dad. He doesn't usually send me emails, he prefers text messages. It's a forwarded message from a woman on a dating website. In it she's written, "Would love to meet your son and be his new mummy." In bold at the top, Dad has written, "Get up, son, when you free, exclamation mark, question mark, question mark, exclamation mark." I ignore it, I never want to meet one of his girlfriends, ever. The only other 2 messages from actual humans are a friend request from the one other person with my name on Facebook, important plot point, which I ignore, important plot point. When I see the next one is from Rach, an email letting people know her new address. I wonder why she wants me to have this information. Am I supposed to think, oh, she's moving out of her parents' house, which even though it was in Zone 6 and involved interacting with her racist brother and the cat that hated me, it was still preferable to living here with me. Or, more realistically, why is she moving out of her parents' house now, 6 months after dumping me, 6 months after moving out, 6 months after telling me she couldn't bear the way I lived any longer and I was draining her enthusiasm for life? Is that what I'm supposed to think? She's moving to North London, where she lived when we first met. I used to like meeting her at her flat. It overlooked a park and it had a big kitchen I'd sit in while she made coffee with the landlord's Gaggia filter coffee machine. I mentioned the brand name Gaggia just in case the marketing manager of Gaggia is watching this. Would love a free one. There was a disused rail line we'd take walks down. I haven't been there in years. She was clinical in collecting all of her things when it ended. The only trace of her was a t-shirt of mine she took ownership of while we were together but I got full custody of in the breakup. And the chutneys she left in the fridge. I notice them every time I open it. I hate chutney. It's a painfully white condiment, a colonial response to the spicy Indian pickle. I keep meaning to throw them all away. When she first moved out, I spent a drunken night spooning onion chutney into my mouth because that was the closest I could get to what she tasted like. The related Google ad next to her email is for housewarming gift ideas. I click out of my emails and think of things to tweet. I've got nothing to say. I look at the account of this other kitab. I've known about his existence for a while now. 6 months ago, his Facebook profile started showing up in my self-Googling. I was surprised at first. Another kitab with my obscure surname, another one, another me. Kind of looked like me as well. He had fair brown, or what I call caramel, ex-girlfriends called dusty, skin, and the hairstyle I had in the 80s, swept up into a Patrick Swayze cowlick of quiff and oil. He had eyes like mine, almond-coloured and almond-shaped, and he had my mouth, full, kissable lips. At least this is how I would probably describe myself on an internet dating profile. Caramel skin, quiff black hair, almond-coloured eyes, and big, full lips. The related Facebook ad on the search results page for Kitab Balasubramaniam is an identity theft-solving app. It's 69p. I don't buy it. I wonder why he's decided to add me. I tweet, "Feet hurt. Too much bogling last night. Hashtag bogling-related injuries." The air in my room feels thick and musty. I try to remember the last time I left the flat. It hasn't been often since Rach moved out, except for the pub and for supplies. If it wasn't for Aziz, I probably wouldn't talk to anyone apart from online. I left the flat yesterday, actually. It was to go to the pub and then do the big shop. I did the big shop after the pub. It consisted of beer, bread and frozen pizza for emergencies. Now Rach isn't here to fill the fridge with fresh, sustainable organic food and chutneys. I'm taking full advantage. I sleep with my quilt rolled and bunched into the sausage of a human body. She's my bedtime girlfriend now I'm newly single. I call her Quiltina.